Up next is the Brandon and Jamel Show, only on the BJS Superstation.
Oh, should we start? Are we in there?
I mean, it's on now.
Folks, welcome to the Brandon and Jamel Show, the most epic podcast in the world. Today, in studio, coming from Dallas, coming here, flying out exclusively for the Brandon and Jamel Show and for no other podcast.
First class ticket, baby.
Flying out exclusively.
Hey, you got that? Everything was good with that?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah. Got him the big seat. Got him the big seat. Got him the Spirit Airlines, the big seat. Holding our
Spirit
guy down.
Airlines first class, flying out here to Los Angeles, California, exclusively for the Brandon and Jamel Show. Ralph Barbosa, welcome.
I was promised coffee.
Oh, shit. Slim.
Nah, I'm kidding.
We got you with a latte. We'll get you. We'll get the latte
We
set
can't
up
get
later.
you on that.
Nah, actually,
On the way, I'll get you on the to-go.
I just like to complain about stuff. I never even drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you got to, bro. Right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like a long day.
If
It's
other
like-
people are drinking coffee,
Oh, then
You know
you'll,
what I mean? But
you'll
like-
succumb
like
to
in a
peer
professional
pressure.
type environment,
Yeah, it's
you
true.
know?
Right. If
Sometimes
you're
a
with
meeting.
the suits.
It's true.
Yeah.
If you're in a meeting with
These meetings,
it's a bunch of suits.
you
And
pull
they're all
up, you
drinking
get
coffee.
If I'm with people that are like 30 or above and they're
Yeah.
successful and they're drinking coffee, I got to drink a coffee so they could be like, this kid's on the ball.
Yeah,
No, it's
he's-
real shit.
he's-
'Cause if you get something off
he's a real
brand,
go-getter.
you
Yeah.
get like a smoothie or something in a situation like that,
Nah.
you written off.
And then they'll ask you, they'll be like, cream or sugar? And I'll be like, nah, I'll just drink it, just black.
Drink it
and they're
black.
like, oh, shit, this dude means business.
He means
Yeah.
business. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's real.
Heavyweight.
Yeah. No, that's. I mean, well, what was that about smoothies? Because I'm a multi bev man. I think that, but that's. I don't know if that's
You had a
feminine
smoothie?
tendencies.
I mean, it might be.
I'm
Look,
being
you
told
had
that that's.
A smoothie's when I can just be myself, when I'm with my real friends.
Yeah.
Coffee's for business. Smoothie is
Yes.
what I really want.
What
That's real
a
shit.
smoothie's what you really want.
I love a mango, pineapple, strawberry. I'm a basic smoothie drinker. I also don't like those green ones. I personally don't believe smoothies should be that green.
That's fair.
I feel like
Oh,
that's too
sure.
vegetable-y. I feel like smoothies
I think
It
that's
turns
the
into
whole.
something
That's the
different,
whole
yeah.
point, though.
And
Is
it's
that
a
it's
puree.
like you're getting the. It's like when you have to like sneak vegetables to kids, like as a parent.
Oh, I see what you're
Not
saying.
like in general.
Yeah, they should
Not
be.
just like.
They should be
Not just,
airplaning
like,
us
as a guy.
vegetables, dog. How come no restaurants is airplaning us vegetables, dog?
Yeah.
That's what we really want.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't want that. I'm too about my business. I'm too about.
That
Yeah.
spot would hit in LA. A restaurant that was airplaning niggas' food.
Well, yeah, because everybody wants to be a goddamn baby in LA. You know. It's
LA. I'm learning a lot about LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got,
What do
man,
you
I was
like-
supposed to be here 30 minutes ago. But I thought Dallas highways were confused. Every time comics come to Dallas, they're like, what's up with these highways? These highways
No, it's
fuck me up.
They don't
Yeah.
have exits.
The
like,
exits
it's-
have exits, though.
Yeah, you gotta
No,
like
and
be prepared to jump.
There's
5
a lot
lanes.
of jumping from like one highway to the other, and it's a lot. You know.
I had to get off the highway. I had to like take this one exit. I didn't know I was
yeah.
supposed to take that exit. And then that exit splits into 2 different exits.
Oh, it's fucking.
Yeah, and the
goofy.
map. The
Yeah.
thing about LA is the map don't even know.
Nah, the thing was lagging, man. It was
The
Oh,
map's
so mad.
lagging. Look, we understand, bro. And then you get off the highway, and the exit is just in somebody's house.
I shouldn't even have gotten a rental. I should just Uber everywhere.
Oh yeah, you were
Nah,
in
but
like
that's
a
just taxing,
heavy
bro.
dude. You were like in like a big boy,
Yeah.
and like a what was that?
That's like, it's like the Nissan Armada.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was
The
like
tank.
a tank.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
hard.
you're
You
pulling
know,
up in a
yeah. The
tank.
101 with a tank. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, don't even. I
Yeah.
It's
understand.
because I travel with my buddies. They're at the hotel sleeping, but
Oh, do you have
one of them should have drove.
Do you travel? You travel with like a whole with a crew?
Yeah, it's like 3 of us. When I was 4, because my buddy's like a photographer. I grew up with him, and so he's on the road like taking pictures and videos and stuff.
And who else? This is kind of entourage.
A little bit.
Ooh, squad.
You're kind
Hey.
of yeah. You're showing up to LA. You're Vinny Chase. You've got goddamn fucking.
Ralphie Chase.
You've got your
Hey.
turtle. You've got your E.
There's definitely a turtle of a group and a drama. Maybe not an E.
No E.
There's nobody that responsible yet.
Yeah. It's all. It's just Turtle and Johnny.
Yeah, but nah, I brought my buddies Luis and Jesus. They're comics from back home, and I figured since I'm gonna do some shows out here, they should hop on too. You know.
That's
get the shot.
great.
That is a great way to do it. 'Cause coming to the town alone is tough.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's just being dropped into a location.
You get booked on shows, right? And then nobody wants to talk to you, and you're first on the show for something. I mean, at least this was my experience.
Okay.
Coming to LA alone, I'll get booked on the show, and then I'll be first, and then now I'm just in the back.
Where'd you come from?
I came from DC. Me and
Oh,
this
you
dude,
both came from
That's
DC.
we started
why
the
we're
same year,
friends.
which is nuts.
That's cool, man. I want to go to DC. Is there food that's famous from DC? Like, you know how every city has like their
yeah,
food?
we
a
got some
chili
stuff.
half smoke.
Yeah, the half smoke is like kind of the thing.
Well,
also,
that's just a chili dog.
it's like a half a sausage, half a hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. No, it's all good.
Bless you.
Oh man, we
That
should
will
have-
never happen again. I swear on my life.
Don't let that happen. Man.
Yeah, nah,
You
come
told
on,
me that
man.
you wouldn't do that.
Listen, bro.
You told me you wouldn't do that
talked
before
about
you
that
came
for 20
over here.
minutes.
We talked about
We
this,
had a
bro.
whole
What the fuck?
prep meeting. God damn.
Well, so you've like blown up crazy in the past year. You're like
Nah,
your public scale has risen. There's
people
but
do approach me at Walmarts now. That's for sure.
are
Damn,
people
that's
are
where
you
it
getting
be?
approached at Walmart? Hell yeah.
Home
Bro.
Depot parking lots.
Okay.
So my barber loves you. He'd be really mad if I didn't tell him. My man Louis,
Yeah.
big ass fan of yours, bro. I told him I was doing comedy. He's like, you know who's funny, the motherfucker. And he couldn't even. He was like, yo, it's like this dude on Instagram.
He looks sleepy.
Yeah, he was like, he kind of looked like he not really awake, really. And I'm like, yo, you mean Ralph Barbosa? He was like, oh yeah. He like lost his mind. I was like, damn.
Shout out to your barber, man. I was a
No, I was
barber
up-
for a long time.
Shit for real.
Wait, yeah.
I was
For how
I
long?
started cutting hair when I was 13. I'll be 27 this year.
Damn.
I stopped cutting hair as like my day job October of 2022. So
Whoa.
like right before I turned 26.
That's crazy. That's like and you're still in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's like kind of the fastest rise I've seen recently.
That's cool. That's cool to
it's
hear.
like it's very impressive.
I'm gonna celebrate that with a smoothie.
You know, hey,
Yeah.
get you a smoothie.
You deserve a smoothie.
7
Yeah.
years though.
Like,
You
you
got
were-
stripes though.
So you were cutting hair as a day job like less than a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
What's
now
the
you're
license?
like-
What's the license process like? Do you have to get like a?
The license process in most states, I'm sure, is really stupid. In Texas, is for sure stupid. You got to get like when I was in school, you had to get 1,500 hours of barber college. You had to get your first 1,000. First you have to do your first 1,000, and then once you got those, you did a written exam, which is like 100-question test. At this like you go to this building and they got like computers and you answer all these questions.
I imagine the questions don't got shit to do with cutting hair either. It's like, what
Nah,
do you do?
there are a lot of them are about like coloring hair and shit you'll never do as a barber. And then
Salon stuff.
yeah, salon stuff.
That's salon business.
And if you're trying to get your like salon stuff, like the cosmetology, then they fucking hit you with more barber type questions, like how to properly shave a man or whatever. It's like I don't know. But once you get those 1,000 hours and you pass the written exam, then you're allowed to go finish the other 500 hours,
Yeah.
and then you do a practical in front of the state board, which is ridiculous. That is like so ridiculous.
In front of
to
the
me.
state board of
Yo, you got to give a dude
Like,
a fade in
the
front of like
TV
the government.
Yeah, like they're watching you. You're not allowed
Yeah.
to talk to not even to your model
the
unless
like
it's
haircut
directions.
shadow council
Yeah, bro, that
is
that-
just like lurking in fucking with like hoods.
it's like it feels
Let me
like
see
you're
that
doing,
fade.
like, this CIA exam. They're making sure you do everything like properly, and you can only like get deducted so many points before you like fail. It's like ridiculous, which is crazy because I don't know. Not that these two go hand in hand, but like, you know, to get a gun, it takes like 45 minutes. Like you just do like a little background check,
Yeah.
right? But like,
Especially in Dallas.
yeah.
Yeah.
But to get the license, you got to go in front of the state board to cut hair.
That's
like,
out of control. Who's the fucking
they see you
who's the
with
state
clippers.
board?
They
That
see
is
you
for
with the
front.
gun, and they're like, "That's cool." But
And
they
then
see you with clippers. They're
everybody-
like, "You know what you're doing with those?"
Everybody in the state board also has a gun while they watching you.
They're they're
They're
try
strapped
anything.
watch.
That's how do you get on? I mean, maybe you don't even know the answer to this question because maybe this
No,
is like,
I know the answer
you know.
to a lot of things.
Okay, how does somebody become a part of the board?
Ooh, takes a long time.
Yeah.
You have to have like 6 people vouch for you.
Yeah.
You got to know how to drink your coffee black.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never drink smoothies in front of your elders.
Yeah. No, that's like you
Own a
can't.
gun.
Yeah.
Have a hammer for sure.
Yeah.
One of them big ass hats.
So
And
that was
10,000 fades.
And 10,000 fades.
10,000 fades. That's what Malcolm Gladwell was
That's
talking
what he
about,
was
man.
telling us, man.
Wh-
The knowledge.
So that was for how long? Like, how long were you cutting hair?
Man, if I like licensed, I was cutting
Yeah.
hair maybe like 4 years.
But off the
Just-
books.
Hey,
Off the books, I started when I was 13. So like,
Fuck.
what is that? Like 13 years?
Yeah.
damn, you had to be nice too, because like, what was the first time you gave somebody a haircut and then they came back? They was like, "Dog, I got some hoes off this. You're my guy. You're my guy now."
It's like high school. It took me a while. It took me a few years.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Man.
You know, when I first started cutting hair, there weren't YouTube tutorials yet. Now there's tutorials on cutting hair up the wazoo.
Yeah.
But when I first started, there was nothing out there, bro. There was
Yeah.
videos of barbers doing like a time lapse, and then they'd be like,
yeah.
"You want to learn how to cut hair like this? Go to this website and buy my DVD." I was like, "Fuck you, guy!"
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But shout out to
cash grab.
there was this
Yeah.
one barber who he was like the first guy that I ever found on YouTube. I feel like he was like the first guy on YouTube who would actually make step-by-step videos on how to
Right.
cut hair. His YouTube was Caking Is Randy. Super dope barber.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that guy got me started.
And
Okay.
because he was like
The
the first
God.
guy where it's like, oh, this guy's not a grifter. He's not looking for a dime.
Nah, he just made
just
a video
giving
of him
this-
cutting hair, like
Yeah.
and explain how he did like the taper. I think he's from out here in California too, maybe like Bay Area or something like that, San Francisco. I don't know, but yeah. Then
Yeah.
I don't know that guy.
Have you reached out?
Nah, I don't even. Yeah, nah, I don't care.
You don't care. You wouldn't
Yeah.
care to meet him?
If I met him, that'd be cool, but I'm not like gonna try to meet him.
Yeah. If it happens, great.
Well, guess
Yeah.
what, Ralph? Come
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
out.
Take
And then
him.
Jake
Yeah.
and Randy come out the back.
He's in this really, really stuffed closet.
Yeah, he's been waiting there for a long time. Yeah, he's been waiting under the
Yeah,
piles of
under the
Jamel's
shoes.
sheets.
He's passed out in between all those hoodies and jackets. He's suffocated.
Yeah.
I told him it was gonna be a minute.
Well, yeah,
he
'cause we-
agreed to do this shit.
We
I
had
don't
you
know what
booked
to
on
say.
it. We had you booked yesterday, and
The whole
we
thing.
forgot to tell him. And
Yeah,
he
but that was
just-
on
yeah.
him. I mean, he heard
Yeah.
me leave.
You should have fed
He
him.
for sure heard me leave.
You should have like. God damn.
Rest in peace, Caking.
So you did just like a quick timeline speed run. You like quit October of last year. That was after. When did I mean, I don't want to harp on it because I'm sure you talked about this a lot, and we'll talk about things that you haven't talked about. But there was like you blew up after. Was it around there was the George Lopez thing?
Oh, the George Lopez thing happened like March, I believe.
Okay, because that was actually like that was how I found out about you,
Yeah, I think that was like
and that's how I think a lot.
no, maybe February. It might have been February.
But basically, what happened is a guy was on George Lopez's podcast.
Yeah, the dude Steve Trevino was on there.
Okay,
he was like, it's up to us, George. we gotta help. We gotta make it easier for the Ralph Barbosas of the world. Which I don't like. At first, I thought like, oh, nice of him. But then I'm like, bro, I never met that guy. And I don't know, it's
Yeah, I
weird.
feel you.
It's
Yeah,
weird
don't
making
be-
it
yeah.
seem like, you know,
Oh,
gotta
the-
make it
the-
easier for that dude.
The
Like,
Ralph Barbosas of the world.
yeah, like I don't know what that means.
The
I don't know.
downtrodden.
Yeah, like he was out here impoverished or something.
Yeah.
And like not to sound like mean or nothing or cocky, but if he was talking about like helping me, like I mean, all I wanted to do with comedy was just like, you know, be on the road, different
Yeah.
cities every weekend. And by the time that he said that, I was already doing that.
Yeah.
So it's like, help me. I don't know. It's like if I had bought a house and he was just like, I'm gonna help you get this loan, man. Like,
Right.
like what? I'm already in the
Like
house.
you were
bro.
already doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
But anyway, he kept bringing me up, and then I guess like George Lopez was like, "Who is that guy? Fuck that guy! Stop saying
Stop
that."
talking about Ralph Barbosa.
Yeah.
So which then that's how I found out. That's how I found out about you, and then I looked at your profile and I saw that you were following me, and I was like, all right, this guy, like, I'm on board.
Yeah.
let's go.
I saw that clip of you where you were like, you're talking about being single, and you were like, but it's all right because now I get to drink beer with my cousin.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Now I've got more time to drink beer with my cousin. Hell yeah.
That was a good.
That was
bit. I like that one.
That's a good entry point. I'm glad that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, hell yeah.
On a
And-
side note, the same thing that happened with you and George Lopez, that happened with 50 Cent. I was telling him, he had no
Yes.
idea.
50 Cent was beefing with you.
No, 50 Cent was beefing
No,
with, it's not with me, yeah. And then I went on George Lopez podcast, and I was like, who the fuck is 50 Cent? Nah, 50 Cent was beefing with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was like, who the fuck is 50 Cent?
What's
and then
the
50
line?
went
What was,
nuts.
it was like
He's
$1.
like, I'm about $1. Who the fuck is 50 Cent?
What?
Yeah.
And then it went
I thought
nuts.
Jay-Z like respected 50.
Well, now,
Well,
this
now-
is
now
like
they-
years later.
Now they're both businessmen.
But that
They're
situation
drinking
is
black coffee.
They're drinking black coffee.
Those guys
Yeah.
are drinking black coffee.
I think they're on a higher level. I think they could drink smoothies again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you drink smoothies when you're with your friends, when you're
Yes.
not in business. But then if you become such a successful
Yes.
business mongol, then you like
Oh,
drink what I want. but-
moguls are drinking smoothies.
Smoothies for sure.
Moguls are
That
dude,
are like off-brand colors too.
I think
like
I told you about
bright
that.
blue.
The
The
white
one
and blue.
time
Yeah.
the one time I met Pharrell. and
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like, I like walk into this room, and he's like, everybody's like, eating like acai bowls, and he was like, Brandon, have you had any nutrients today? And I was like, I don't know. I had like a Chick-fil-A biscuit before I got here, and he's like, yeah, but have you had any nutrients?
Like, it's gotta have
and
something.
then he like,
There's
and I
one
was like,
vitamin in there.
no, and he like turns to his assistant. He's like, get Brandon some nutrients, and then she like walked out of the room and comes back with like a green smoothie
Oh,
after
shit.
like a minute.
I like
And
how
I
you were
was-
just like, bro, I had maybe half a nutrient.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, it was definitely in the net. Yeah, we
I'm
were
in here
we were
off
working
half
at
a
a
nutrient.
we were working
I'm
at a
off half-
deficit nutrient wise.
I'm on half.
I was like, Pharrell, please help me. I'm actually incredibly malnourished. Fuck. But yeah, no. Then she just walks in with a fucking smoothie.
Damn, that's nice.
Damn, you
I mean,
drank
that's
it? It was
like-
good.
Yeah, how was the smoothie?
Absolutely, it was great.
Wow.
No, those guys are drinking like
Little pineapple in there.
probably.
I don't
know.
care. I don't
any
care
of
how
the
beautiful
ingredients.
Pharrell is. He brings me a green smoothie. I'm not drinking it.
Yeah.
I told you, world, where I
Yeah.
stand on green smoothies.
Mhm. Yeah, your fucking lunch tray slapping
you
that
gotta
shit
stand
out of
there,
his
you
hand.
gotta, hey.
I'm like, Pharrell, you get this shit
Yeah.
out of my face right now.
Yeah.
Tell your assistant to
Yeah.
get out of here.
Pharrell, I thought you listened to my episode of the Brandon and Jamel show where I say that I don't drink green smoothies.
He's got a hat
What
slightly
the
bigger
hell?
than usual. His hat's a little bigger than normal.
Damn. Yeah, well, actually, speaking of nutrients, speaking of food,
Segue.
we are one other thing that I saw from afar where I was like, oh, me and this guy, we need to be friends, is you're also diabetic.
Yeah.
Fellow T1D.
Yeah, T1, type 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, type 1 to
Which-
stay 1.
Like, yeah, it's, which you're the only other guy I know that's like, I don't know any
That's
other
true.
T1D comics.
I usually kill off the other ones. Put syrup in their insulin.
I mean,
Oh damn! Hit him
it's
with
hard.
the
It's
little-
kind of, it's like, when did you find out?
I was diagnosed when I was like 6.
Yeah.
What about you?
Like 14,
Oh, okay.
15. But yeah, it's like, it is, you have to do math every time you eat.
Yeah, I gotta
There's,
like
like-
count carbs.
Yeah, you have to count carbs and then like divide by whatever the ratio your endocrinologist tells you to like give yourself insulin.
But I haven't had an endocrinologist in years.
You gotta get one.
Yeah, I
no?
do. I've been doing it by myself. Like,
Yeah.
you remember like Iron Man 2 when he just couldn't figure out why he was dying and he kept
Yeah.
just drinking that liquid he was
Oh
making.
yeah.
I'm like on that right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
I mean I found out when I remember like the day that before I like went to the hospital and found out I was diabetic. I was watching Cloverfield.
Oh man.
And I remember at the time people were like, yeah, it's Cloverfield is so crazy that like people are getting sick. People like it's making people throw up. People are throwing up because Cloverfield is so fucked up and insane.
Cloverfield is ruining pancreases.
Yeah, like and so I threw up. Yeah, like I literally like something kept happening where I like had to like before you find out, you're peeing constantly.
Yeah.
You're like
Super thirsty.
You're like thirsty all the time. You're like getting pale. You're like losing weight. And this was all happening, and I like had like a giant icy, and I in the middle of Cloverfield like ran and like threw up and was like, yeah, I think Cloverfield. I think Cloverfield did
Cloverfield?
this. And then I found, and then like the next day I went to the hospital and they're like, yeah, you're diabetic.
Yo,
that was not Cloverfield. J.J. Abrams had nothing to do with this.
Nah, I think it was JJ. I
Yeah.
hate that guy.
Still.
Nah, stop.
Yeah.
But are you like traumatized? Like, can you not watch Cloverfield now?
No, I that's you know. No, I watch it.
Do you
fine.
like
Yeah.
it? You like it more?
No, yeah.
You like it more?
Actually, I mean, I haven't thought to watch Cloverfield since, but there's no. I'm neutral.
I got
neutral on-
pneumonia when I was 12,
Fuck.
and I didn't know I had it.
Yeah.
I was just kind of feeling sick and like coughing, and I went to watch Watchmen. I might have been like
yeah.
12. I really wanted to see that movie, and I had to leave during the movie. Like, I think I was with my mom. I don't know who I was with.
Yeah.
And the next day I went to the hospital, and they were like, "Man, you have pneumonia." And ever since then, I can't watch Watchmen.
You can't.
I'm like,
That's
I'll
a
get
bummer.
pneumonia again.
Malin Ackerman is nude in that film.
Yeah, damn. You don't get
You
to
You gotta
see
get
that
past
building?
it.
Yeah.
You gotta get past it.
But anyway, so you find out you're diabetic,
Yeah.
and
then
it was like type 1 from the get-go?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, me
What
too.
was- yeah. I mean, how do you remember? I mean, 6 is like early.
Yeah, I was pretty small, but I was like peeing a lot for sure, and I was
Yeah.
thirsty.
So do you have? Wait, you don't have an endocrinologist?
Nah, I went to the doctor maybe like a year or two ago.
Yeah. But you like have insulin. You like have to take insulin.
Yeah, I'll go to like the clinics. Like
Yeah.
there's like a clinic at a hospital in Dallas where they'll check you out, and then
Yeah.
they'll be like, you need to go to a fucking real doctor.
Yeah.
And like be seen
I
regularly.
mean, aren't you like?
and I'm like,
Hey,
give me
I'm-
my insulin, goddammit.
Yeah.
I'm on
Yeah. You
them
gotta
waves.
get it. You got.
Shout out to my guys at the Royal Family Health Center as well. They've been holding
Yeah.
me down for a minute.
Well,
Uh,
you're making a good living now.
Oh, hey, so
Yeah.
wait.
So-
Are you allergic to cats?
Do you have cats?
There are cats downstairs, but
Nah.
I'm just seeing you with the sniffies.
It's like,
You need a because I got some Claritin if you need a little Claritin.
yeah. Could I
Yeah,
take a Claritin?
Yeah, hold
That'd
on,
be
I got
cool.
you, bro. Because hey, hold on.
It's like a fur thing for sure.
Oh
Like
yeah.
with dogs
I'm
and
sorry,
cats.
but we'll get you taken care of
Oh, good.
in that regard.
I swore I wouldn't sneeze again, but now I don't feel so bad about it, knowing that it's because you have fur. In this
Yeah. No,
house.
that's Jamel's GF's fault. You know.
That's his girlfriend down there.
No. The house is just getting cleaned, but his girl's at school right now teaching. She's a teacher.
Okay.
She's not.
Were those ladies Mexican down there?
Uh,
Adam Sandler directed this.
Wait, what?
This was
wait.
directed by Adam
No.
Sandler.
Well, there's we've got Prices Right on mute on the TV.
And it,
That's that.
I
There's
like
no
how
way.
Was the
W-
credit
there-
that said Adam?
there's no way
directed
it's-
by Adam Sandler.
There's no way.
It has to.
No,
be.
I need to look into this. No,
Dude.
that's not. There's no.
How many
That
Adam
can't
Sandlers
be.
are in Hollywood?
That doesn't sound right.
It was definitely
No. What? Oh wait. Close. All
Oh,
right.
sorry.
Well, here we'll just cut this part. We'll just cut this part and then pick back up when he hits the. Oh my God!
He directed it right.
It's a different one.
Oh, it's a different Adam
No,
Sandler.
it's a different.
That is nuts. You should.
That's
he,
actually
he
no.
should
Actually,
appreciate it,
don't.
bro.
Actually, don't cut this.
He should legally change his name.
This is insane.
for the confusion.
So there's while you were gone, we'll loop back to our
Yeah.
health journeys in a second. But we've got fucking Price is Right on mute on
Yeah.
your TV, and he sees directed by Adam Sandler. Very confusing because you're like, what is he? And then it's a different guy.
Wait,
There's a different guy with that name.
there's two Adam Sanders on it, right?
There's another guy with that name. Who's that's crazy.
we should we should start a film where it's like the real Adam Sandler, and we just get a backstory on this guy.
Yeah, because you can bill him. You can put him on the poster. You don't have to say which one. You don't have to say it's the famous guy. Yeah, that's crazy. That is blowing my mind.
Is that a bull's head next to the laptop?
Yeah. I bought that at Spirit, the Halloween Spirit
The
store.
Halloween store? It's a
Yeah, we
massive.
gotta-
Bro, it was
Put
like the
up.
last thing.
We got to turn the TV off because
Shit was
I
getting
didn't
crazy.
because I didn't take Adderall today, and so I'm not gonna fucking. It's gonna be way too easy for moments like that to happen. We got what we got something out of having the TV on mute for a second. We found out that another guy who's also named Adam Sandler directs Price is Right, and that's crazy. But if we have that on, like I'm gonna keep being like, oh this, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah, getting a little wavy. I understand.
But
That's fucking.
so wait, when did you so you found out when you were 6?
Yeah. They took me to a clinic, and then
Yeah.
the doctor. I remember he was just like telling my mom,
Right.
like, "Yo, he's diabetic, but he'll probably have to be hospitalized because we're like a clinic,
Yeah.
and he got to get like really checked out and shit."
Yeah.
And so I was to the hospital. I was there for like a feat days,
Yeah, Sam.
and then
I remember I was like, yeah, I remember being in, I took it kind of well because I was like, oh, I've got like a TV.
Oh, so he was like sick.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I can watch the Colbert Report. Cool. They're bringing me meals. I can watch the Colbert Report.
Good ice. They got the good ice.
Yeah, I like hospitalized.
hospital. People always complain about hospital food. I've always liked hospital food.
Yeah.
I think it's like just right. I think
Yeah.
it's pretty healthy. Like I have a son. I have a 4-year-old, and I remember when his mom was like delivering or whatever. We're in the hospital for a few days, and my diet wasn't exactly the best. Like I wasn't even pooping right, but just us eating hospital food, it like got me right. Like I was pooping normal again.
Oh, okay. Got your
Oh,
fibers back in line.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the hospital. This is the only place you can get those little the Minute Maid juice pop. You remember they like
Oh, the
came
one
in
that
like
you
a
squeeze out?
yeah, it like came in like a tiny milk carton type
Yeah.
shit. How they
Oh, yeah. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're
I
talking
think
about.
yeah.
eat the wax a little bit too.
But we're
Off
not.
the
We're
milk
only
carton a little
drinking.
bit. That tastes good.
Me and Ralph are only drinking juice when
When
we
our
need
sugar's
it.
low.
When our blood sugar is low.
Yeah, and then big
And that's-
heavy crazy candy too. Like
I
you
gotta
eat
find.
candy.
I gotta find like tons of like sugar free stuff when I can.
Yeah.
Like I'm on a sugar free fucking Scout all the
Okay.
time.
Well, have you? Do you? So like you don't you do you like check your? Do you like?
Yeah, I got
do
like
the
a
finger
meter
sticks and all
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah. Freestyle light.
Yeah, freestyle for life.
Yeah, that's any diabetics listening to this, they know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But that's like it's hard. It's hard on the road, no?
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's like it's something that I've never like. Maybe this is something we just talk about privately, but I do think it's interesting because it's like how do it's hard to manage, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how do you do it?
I don't know. I do my best.
Yeah.
I don't always keep up with it. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I do fall off, and then I'll
It's
be
like
all
it's all of the so much of the
Man,
food on
lean.
the road is like
It's a lot of
is
junk.
like very bad for you, and
yeah.
it's like
and no offense to like the comedy clubs, like they're doing their best, but some comedy clubs,
a lot of comedy clubs have
it's just like
the worst
Yeah.
fucking food.
Wings with
it's like-
extra
they're like, you
MSG
should
on
kill
top.
yourself.
Yeah. No, I like for the most part avoid comedy club food with like certain exceptions. There's like a couple spots that figured it out, but for the most part, like that's not.
I'm
It's
a
not
su-
really.
I'm a
the
sucker for
move.
chicken wings though, man. Like I love chicken wings.
Well, that's also you
Oh,
don't
so
have
good.
no carbs.
Yeah, no carbs.
That's like you don't have to even think about
But what
it.
about the sauce? Like a buffalo sauce that don't fuck with you?
Buffalo sauce does not have like
That's
it's
a
not
type
carb
2.
heavy.
That's a type
It's-
2
maybe
problem.
it's like
That's a
yeah,
type 2
exactly.
problem.
That's a type 2 problem.
The-
Yeah.
my buddy went to a doctor because he was like he's trying to lose weight, and then he was having like some weird stomach problems, and apparently his doctor was telling him that like a lot of foods, even if they're like bad for you, whatever, like it's like it's not that bad to eat like some fried food or whatever. Like it's bad or whatever, but it's not as bad as a lot of people think. It's like what gets you is like sauces more than anything.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, so if you're gonna eat wings, like it'd be better to eat them plain.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
which
ate-
is crazy.
It's true though. I've ate one month. I ate plain wings.
That's-
I look like Anthony Anderson today. Small body with a
yeah.
large skull.
Whoa.
If I'm like on my like super like healthy shit where I'm like
Right.
just fucking, just do good. I always eat salads. I eat salads like all week for like
Yeah.
maybe a week and a half.
You
but
can
then
make
I'll
a
fall
sal-
off again.
Well, it's nice to any food where you don't have to count. I mean, I have to. It sucks. It sucks that you have to do math every time you eat lunch.
I understand about a week.
It's like, do you feel like sometimes you're late to shit because you're diabetic?
Nah, I mean,
Never.
I
Well,
feel
I
like-
use it as an excuse. Well, it's a good excuse. Well, let me tell you, it's a good excuse. You're late to a show. You hit them with the
I'm diabetic.
I have low
Yeah,
blood. I had
yeah.
low blood sugar, which I usually did when I have said that, but I have lied.
You've pulled that
I
one a
have,
few times. It's okay.
I have weaponized my diabetes and been like, oh fuck, oh no, I had low blood sugar, but I was actually just dilly dallying.
I'll hide the diabetes until I just can't. Like I'll be hanging out with a group of people for like a weekend. And then I find myself in some situation where I'm like, my sugar's getting low.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel when your sugar gets low. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like,
dude. Actually,
shit.
like, how can you? This is like, I'm glad you're here because like, low blood sugar is such a like specific shitty experience.
Yeah, I feel like I've met some people that they say they don't feel it. Like they have to like.
Oh
keep
no,
checking.
I feel it.
Yeah, I feel
I feel it like in my toes. I feel it like in my
Ooh.
fingers and toes, and I
Nah,
get like
I feel like my whole body is weak.
yes,
Like
Yeah.
like I'm an empty plastic bag, bro. Like
yeah,
And then the lower it gets, I'll start getting like kind of sweaty,
yeah,
and I'm just like, I'll start getting super hungry. Like I need
Yeah.
something, And there has been times where it gets so low, my vision starts getting like blotchy. Like I'm like
yeah.
blacking
It's
out
scary.
almost.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
really scary experience.
Back to the Future
Has
vibes.
this happened
I'm
while
like
you've
getting-
been on
I'm
stage?
like-
Never on stage. No,
Yeah.
no. One time.
Yeah.
But I asked him to bring me a Coke, and it was fine,
Yeah.
But I do remember that because I drink diet drinks. Like,
Yeah.
So the server brought me a diet one, thinking like, because he
fuck.
just
He's
drinks
like,
diet.
no, I need
Yeah.
the
And
real
I'm like,
league.
no,
Yeah. Is this why you're doing an hour?
yeah.
Fuck.
I'm
dude.
like,
Yeah.
They brought me a Coke Zero. I'm like, oh, can you just bring me like a regular Coke? Like,
Yeah.
and I have to like wait,
And then how did you like? Was that awkward?
Nah. I think some people in the audience were probably like, why are you being so picky with the Cokes? Like,
yeah.
But
But you kind of downplay. You didn't really like.
yeah, I was just like, oh,
You're like,
this
I'm
is
having
fine.
a,
Yeah.
a low blood sugar diabetic episode.
Nah, I didn't want to say all that. I was like, oh, this is fine, but can you bring a regular one too? Like,
Yeah.
oh, and then the
Did you
lady was
hide
like,
it in
huh?
high school?
Nah, not really.
Like-
It's hard to hide it in high school because I would have to leave like
15 minutes before lunch.
before lunch to go and like check my sugar and all that.
Yeah.
What sucked was when like maybe I was starting to get a low. This happened only a handful of times. But my sugar was starting to get low right before lunch.
Yeah.
So when I'd go check it, they want you to be like around 70, so to knock it.
Yeah, somebody else. Hey! No, I'm sorry.
But it would be like right below 70, so they're like, all right, we'll drink a little bit of Coke and then we'll wait 15 minutes. And then I'd be like late to lunch.
Yeah.
People were like, where were you? I was like, oh, I was trying to get my life together.
Oh yeah.
Like, fucking. But yeah, kids would always ask, they're like, yo, why you leave before lunch every day?
Yeah. No, it's like I hated that.
That shit was so awkward.
I
bro.
hated having to, and then like I remember when I came to school. Like I think the first time it ever happened, the first time I had to leave and go to the nurse's office before lunch. Like I would have to go to the nurse's office like 15 minutes before lunch. The teacher like made an announcement like like I was like just being coming out in front of the in front of the class like, hey guys, so Brandon is diabetic. Like it's like that sucks.
I hate
That's
I hate when people find out and then like maybe some girl would just be like, aw.
Yeah.
I was like, shut up, bitch.
Yeah. Shut up. Silly.
Don't be telling everybody I
Silly
got problems, man.
You silly hoe.
But yeah, nah, it's just sucks,
I'm
man.
fine.
So it's just weird sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm in a room with some people just having a good time, and then my sugar will drop,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, "Any chance you guys have like Coke or something?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Nah, we don't have Cokes in this house."
I've got
I'm just
those
like, "All right,
those
I'll just
Welch's. I
die."
always have those little Welch's fruit snacks on deck. That's like sort of the
keeps them
My
in a little
move.
holster.
I
He
need
got
to,
them in a
but I'll
little
forget
holster.
sometimes,
Yeah.
man.
What's
I'll,
up?
I'll forget to carry shit like that with me sometimes.
You gotta not forget.
Or like on the road.
Yeah.
Before turning in for the night and going back to the hotel, I always stop at a gas station and I'll get like a Coke or a couple juices or something
Yeah.
to keep like in the mini fridge, just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah.
And there's been times, man, I was staying at my buddy's in New York, like my first time ever in New York.
Yeah.
And where I just wake up in the middle of the night with a super low blood sugar.
Yeah.
And I went to his fridge and there was like nothing.
Fuck.
He's living like paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Like the man can barely afford to eat. So there's like half a sandwich in there for his lunch tomorrow. And I just like left his apartment building. I went downstairs and I was so lucky. Like just 2 doors down, there was like a 24-hour bodega or something.
Yeah.
And I was able to just buy a Coke like at 2 a.m.
I mean, it's like it's being low is like one of the scariest things, and it does feel like I've had like a panic attack before, and that I wasn't sure. I thought I was low, and so it's like it's hard to tell. Like I don't know if have you ever had like a panic attack?
Yeah.
It feels similar.
I was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was like a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Would you? Go ahead.
but mine didn't make me feel low. If anything, it made me feel like my blood sugar got high. 'Cause I
Yeah.
even like threw up and shit.
Would
But
you
I think it was
like?
just a panic.
Would you like shoot up like in front of people in high school?
Nah, not in front of people. I would
Like
go to the
you would go to
office.
the bathroom?
No, I would just go to the clinic.
Yeah.
Now I go to like the
Because
bathroom. but sometimes
I'll
I
just
do it in
pull
front
it
of
out
people.
and just do it.
Yeah, for a while I was at like I still do it. Like if I'm at restaurants where people already
Yeah.
know and everything, I just do it. But sometimes I'm like, I don't know these people. I'm gonna go to the restroom or
Okay.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was wondering because I used to like on first dates, I was like I can't just like pull out
It's like you should know.
I
about
can't pull
this.
out insulin. I gotta like
I thought you was doing it.
But-
I thought you was trying to show the abs.
Well now
Yeah.
now
He was trying
I
to flash the abs.
I
at
will
him.
like it like since I remember like this was probably it wasn't until like a few years ago that I was like, oh like let these bitches know.
So now you'll do it in
let
front
them
of
know
a
what
chick?
time it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
What-
it's also you realize like not only do they don't they're not like yuck.
You're not an alpha.
Oh, you didn't tell me that you're diabetic. You will never get close to this pussy. you diabetic loser.
What's the typical response you get?
They're like, oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
It's like it's whatever. I mean, sometimes it's like
You got
I think-
some Nightingale.
I think sometimes
You get the
it
Nightingale?
helps.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it helps. I think sometimes
I'm gonna be really
Girls
pissed
are
off
like,
if I take your,
that's vulnerable.
your advice
Yeah,
and this
you-
backfires.
That's vulnerable, but it's not too vulnerable.
I'm gonna be really pissed off if I'm on a date with a girl and I just do it and she's just like, "What the fuck? This is over."
It's like no, that's not.
the Florence
no.
Nightingale, bro.
I mean, you don't want
Chicks
that.
love to be nurses.
Yeah.
They get a nurse now. They get the
Oh, that's
nurse.
true.
Yeah, she's checking on your insulin packs.
Because I think being diabetic is one of those like, it's one of those ailments that is like, it's vulnerable, but it's not too vulnerable, and like you can live like a pretty normal life, and I think bitches love it when you're diabetic.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot up in front of them.
Yeah, you gotta.
Like, if you think this is hot,
you
wait till you
got-
find out about my AIDS. Nah, I should have joked about that. A lot of people live with that. It's serious.
Hey, listen,
Don't
hey,
laugh, guys.
No.
It's no laughing matter.
No.
This is just funny for that moment.
Speaking of bringing the mood down, are y'all aware that like, I think back in the day, I think this was like in the 80s, like old freaks in the 80s were using insulin on some like weird freaky sex shit.
What?
It was like
What?
this whole thing that was
Wait, I don't-
this was a thing that was going on
Yeah.
where like old like swinger couples, like freaky old people were like, they'd like shoot up their spouse, like someone who didn't need insulin, and like basically like on some
Or, like make them weak.
like on some necrophilia type shit, like make your spouse all weak, and you
Oh, that's
then
crazy.
you fuck them while they're all freaked out on the.
I mean,
on
because
the
that's
juice.
like, yeah, I don't know what that.
I'd
does
lose
to a
my
person.
boner. I don't think.
yeah, that's
I don't
Yeah.
think they'd want to give me too much insulin. Like, I'm like, this is not gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, this
well,
was
that's
some,
like
some like old high society, like
I
late
didn't
like
know about
Reagan
this.
era.
well, because now, well,
This is a
That's
Reagan era.
This is like some Reagan era,
Like-
like evil nonsense.
I remember when Ozempic became like a news story. Like I had a bunch of people ask me like, "Oh, do you have Ozempic?" Which is like that's type 2 shit.
Yeah.
But
Metformin, that's like type 2 shit, right?
what's that?
Metformin or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but like that's
I hear diabetic dudes try to joke about
you,
that. I'm like,
ask you about Ozempic.
nah, I'm like, bro, you ain't no real diabetic. You type 2, you living on a thin line.
I know the song. One time I did a show and played the song pre-show, and the crowd went nuts. Like they
Played
got
what?
the Ozempic. You know, their shit they do like it's
Oh, the
like,
song in the-
Ozempic.
Oh, the Ozempic
Yeah,
song.
no, they sampled that fucking 70s shit, but the crowd like
Oh yeah,
they rallied. They
it
liked
was
it.
live.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah,
had them going nuts for the Ozempic jingle.
we gotta get in touch with Nick Jonas.
Oh, I do. Yeah, he's diabetic.
Yeah, he's like he was like the biggest one.
That's a nice little tour
He's,
right there.
he's our more famous one.
Yeah,
Y'all
well,
two
'cause
and
he's
Nick
like,
Jonas.
No, because I remember Nick Jonas, like he would talk about diabetes on the Disney Channel. He'd talk about being diabetic. Girls loved Nick Jonas. They all thought he was going to die. every girl like born in like a certain era, like was watching the Jonas Brothers, and they were like, "Fuck no! Like I don't want Nick Jonas to die."
My
no."
girl just went to the Jonas Brothers concert back in Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
I don't know. I forgot to ask her, but now I'm like,
Uh-oh.
you got a fucking thing for diabetic dudes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, what's going on
Well,
What
here?
the fuck's going
Hold
on? Yeah.
on. I thought it was
Wait,
me.
she
Turns
hasn't
out-
told you about the
Mm-mm.
fuck. I hope the Jonas Brothers didn't run a train on your girl.
They better stay away from her.
That'd be
man.
crazy if it went like the Usher concert.
Yeah.
I was like,
Dude,
I
don't
was
you
like
hate
telling
it
her-
when the Jonas Brothers run a train on your girl?
I was like, you're like 27. What are you doing going to a Jonas? She was like, I grew up on them.
Yeah.
But
But
what if she
you're
had like a
like-
history?
Like, move on. But they're still making hits. That song Waffle House is great.
I don't know.
Hey
they got-
Waffle House, the song, not the restaurant.
Yeah.
I threw up at a Waffle House in
Damn.
Nashville.
What? You grew up?
No, I threw up.
You threw up.
Yeah, I threw up behind the Waffle House. in
I thought you were
Nashville.
like, I grew up at Waffle House.
I ordered food, but then I threw up. I was like, I shouldn't eat, and then I
Yeah.
left.
Fuck.
I was
'Cause
really
it-
drunk. Don't
well-
drink, diabetics. Sorry.
I drink. I was afraid to drink because I was diabetic, and so I didn't drink until I was 21. And it's actually
I drank like at 17.
I know. I wish I underage drank, man.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm also not like a big drinker though. I drink very rarely.
Yeah.
Maybe once every few months.
Are you in Dallas's Waffle House territory? Yes.
Not anymore. I
Not
actually
anymore?
moved out. I actually moved to like a little country town south of Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like
you
hiding out there.
And then you just
can
go
dig it.
out on. You go out onto the road. You post your clips,
Mhm.
and then you retreat
And I
to
go back into hiding.
the farm.
Nigga,
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
That's nice.
I like that shit, bro.
That's
Just
a
to hide
yeah.
it from everybody.
that's a good.
And you've been out there the
That's a
whole
good
time.
move.
You're popping now. You're in LA. You're taking meetings, black coffee, the whole deal. I mean, is it? I mean, because you got a kid too, so you're just settled. Like,
Yeah. Wait. You've got a 4-year-old.
Yeah, he just started pre-K.
Oh, that's like a fun age, right?
Yeah.
Like he has like a personality now.
Yeah. Listen,
Like
he's very chill. I
That's
I
okay.
was always a lazy kid. Like I never
yeah.
Same.
wanted to do much, you know.
Uh huh.
And, he's like becoming that now. I'm like, what do
Yeah.
you want to be when you grow up? And he was like, I don't know. Like, what do you want to do? You know, what do you want your job to be? He's like, I don't know. I just want to lay down, like chill, like watch TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, my man, he's thinking about retirement already. Like
Yeah.
good. This is a good boy.
It's like the apple didn't fall far
Yeah.
from the tree.
I think that'll keep him out of trouble. You know.
It's so he like has your like lackadaisical cadence.
Yeah.
He's laid back.
He's so laid back. Likes basketball. I'm so proud he likes basketball. It's my
Hey.
favorite sport.
nice.
Yeah.
You a big Mavericks fan?
Yeah, I like the Mavs. You know the Mavs. This is the coolest shit about doing comedy. is that like I don't know if the Mavs want anything to do with me, but at least my manager can like reach out and just like bug them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is like them wanting to establish a relationship or is this is them being like, all right, we'll give you this, just leave us alone already. But we've bugged them so much they gave me like a piece of the floorboard, like the wood.
Oh, that's love.
That's sick.
And they gave me like a jersey with my name on it.
That's nice.
Go
Yeah.
on.
But
Hey.
I don't know. I'm a very skeptical person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this could be them like, all right, let's
the
do
payoff.
this. Or it could be them just being like, here, bro, just fuck off now. But either way,
Yeah, fucking rips wood off the floor. Fucking leave us alone, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you gotta send them at least one more email. I think the Mavs. I think they fuck with you, bro.
I think they'll send me like Luca. Hardaway Jr. But yeah, nah, I like watching the game. I've never been to a live game, man. Like I always wanted to go, but
son.
Wait, you haven't been to a Mavs game?
I went to Clippers Mavs the playoffs a couple years ago.
oh shit, that's
That one
badass.
where Luca went with for like what 40 or something.
Oh shit,
That shit was dope, son.
I want to see Luca play. I also want to see Anthony Edwards play. He's one
really?
of my favorite players right now.
Yeah, you gotta go to a Mavs
Yeah,
game
for sure.
So I'm hoping I can catch like a Timberwolves versus the Mavs game.
Oh,
That'd be
well,
dope.
yeah, you gotta get your people to route the tour when the Mavs come to Minnesota.
That'd be dope.
Catch them out there.
Everybody's gonna be like, did they film this in Minnesota?
Oh yeah, Minnesota, St. Paul. We're gonna be in St. Paul
That's true.
this fucking Thursday.
So
This
pull
fucking
up.
Thursday, by the way.
Come on
St.
down.
Paul Turf
Fucking
Club in
Thursday.
St. Paul,
Turf
and then
Club.
Chicago at the damn Lincoln Lodge, and then Royal Oak.
Chicago's fucking dope. I fucking
Chicago,
love
yeah,
Chicago.
Son,
I
still
love Chicago.
This will be my first time
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. All I have watched is every episode of Chicago PD 10 times. I don't know
Jamel
anything about the
exclusively
city.
watches like procedurals.
Dog, I love it. And I hope it is just like Chicago PD. I hope as soon as I hit
Yeah.
I've
the
seen a
corner
couple
store-
episodes, bro. It is.
It's okay, shit. Let's go.
One time I went to Chicago. I made out with a cop.
Whoa!
Hey,
You made out with the Chicago PD.
in uniform?
Nah, I wish.
That'd be crazy.
I wish.
Damn.
The
Grabbing
full-
Shorty by the little taser
I didn't say it was a
taser
woman.
pocket.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay,
Nah, I'm
hey,
kidding.
respect. Hey, respectfully.
Nah, I was.
This
She had
is
a nice
opposite.
booty.
That's actually
Oh, hey, any cop, sometimes cops do be having a booty because they wear their pants, the tight pants.
there was no it's kind of nice. There was no pre-interview. There was no we met today.
Yeah,
But there's so many there were like a lot of little things that you've brought up that ended up being so, like you were like, "Oh yeah, my barber loves you." He's like, "I spent 10,000 hours at barber
10,000
school." You're like,
You
"Oh
don't
yeah, I've
say.
never been to Chicago, but I like Chicago PD." He's like, I've made out with a police officer in Chicago.
I am
I've made out.
Chicago PD.
Bro, I'm
yeah.
throwing lobs here, man. That's
Yeah.
what I do, man.
I
just throw it-
infiltrated the unit.
What was it? What was your last Chicago trip?
My last one was like a month ago.
Was that where were you at?
I was at Zany's.
Oh yeah,
and,
great club.
And then also,
Zany Chicago, great club.
also did the one in Rosemont, which was really cool. That was my first time doing Rosemont.
Rosemont is sort of I avoided doing Rosemont because I was told by all of my old Chicago buddies were like, "Oh yeah, Rosemont's by the airport." And
When
like,
you say
that's
that,
like-
I just imagine you hanging out with a bunch of like 90-year-old men who
Yeah,
are all from
it's-
Chicago. It's like
I
old
was-
mafia guys.
I was hanging out with the Chicago Mafia. I was hanging out with a bunch of elderly mob bosses. But yeah, no, Rosemont is that's like it's an airport town. Like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
an,
it's like
it's
a
an
ro-
airport suburb.
I
but-
think that's where O'Hare is at, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know, and I was like flying in and out through Midway, and I did the first few days
Oh, you
at the
fucked up.
Chicago Zanies, like
Yeah.
the Chicago, and then I ended the last day at Rosemont, which I was like far from.
Yeah.
Like I should have just flew from fucking O'Hare, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
But now I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first
It's
first
like
couple
doing
times I
a
went to
damn
strip
show at a comedy club by JFK, and you're flying, you're coming from Newark.
You
What
guys,
the hell?
you guys know what we're talking about,
Yeah.
right? Normal
Yeah.
people.
Hey,
like,
come on, guys.
Everybody
You guys
here.
know all that. This is
We are huge with the air traffic controller community. Shout out to all our guys.
Yeah, they know.
In the
They know.
the
bunch of
Yellow Vest
Southwest-
Army.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Southwest
that's
guys listening to this in their headphones.
Yeah.
Like, this is our podcast for us.
Finally.
finally
Yeah.
a podcast for us. Man.
These guys doing this at the wands. What do you think they're listening to, bro?
Listening to- what do you think
Listen to the BJS, baby.
Yeah, they're
people
tapped
just chunking
in.
your luggage?
WBJS, baby.
They broke my buddy's luggage one time on a trip. They were chunking it, and it was like a really cheap bag. And
Yeah.
I just remember when we went to baggage claim and he got his bag. He saw it was broken. He's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "I'm gonna go say something." And he went to like the customer service desk. And he's like, "You guys did this," and they were like, "Oh, we're so sorry, sir. How much does the bag cost?" He's like, "It costs $250." And they're like, "Where'd you get it?" He's like, "Macy's." And they're like, okay. The lady went to go get like somebody, and when we were waiting for her, I was like, "Yo, where'd you get that bag?" He was like, "Ross." He was like, "It's like a $50 bag,"
Yeah.
and they gave him like a $250
Yeah.
check
Wow.
and like a free
Let's
bag.
go.
No,
the
lying pays.
Yeah, the bag finesse is good.
Yeah.
Crime pays.
No,
Yo,
that's-
crime does pay.
Yeah. Sometimes
pays
it
out.
really
Give up
it's-
your morals, kids.
Yeah. So if you you
Give
can
up your morals, not your insulin.
yeah.
For all the diabetics
Yeah.
looking up to
Dude,
us.
you gotta get this. This has got to be the next move. Is we got to get you an endocrinologist.
Yeah.
Got to get you a nice, fancy Hollywood endocrinologist.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Dr.
Yeah.
Miami.
He has like a bunch of plastic surgery done. He's
He's
like, Ralph,
got-
you got to change your diet and your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a BBL.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
It's crazy how
I don't know
we've-
why, but I like this guy.
I mean, we've talked about. I feel like there's at least a couple of these where we've talked about male BBLs, but BBLs in general, it's something that I've just started thinking about, where I'm like, we don't know what that's gonna look like.
Oh,
Like we don't
next?
know. Nobody's had a BBL for 20 years.
Oh, right.
We don't know what That's
I think you gotta get him. I think at some point you gotta get him taken out. Once you go through menopause, you gotta get the BBL taken out, and
you
then
gotta
you just
reverse
like,
it.
One time
Yeah.
I looked in the mirror to see if I had like ass. There's nothing going on back there.
Hank Hill ass.
Hank Hill
got
ass,
the
bro.
Hank
You
Hill.
got the damn Hank Hill ass.
I felt instant karma for every time I've ever judged anybody's ass. I was like, who
Yeah.
am I to judge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
No,
negative
that's real as
ass
fuck.
back there.
No,
Bruh.
absolutely. You gotta
I've
look
got-
at the ass within.
And I've got something even worse. I've got an ass and a half. Like I have a Hank Hill ass, but it's like wide. And then I have like a top. Then it's like a shelf on top of that
Right.
Hank Hill ass.
That's what do they call that? What's the wait? So like the width is like
Yeah, it's like
by the you
the
gotta
depth is
you got a fucking chode ass,
Chode ass. Chode ass.
bro. You've got a fucking chode ass, man.
Yeah, man. This is my first time. I've never talked about it before. What showed that?
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, I think that wait, did we?
We did about 50 pieces.
Oh, okay. Wait, no. Okay, no. Never mind. Actually, cut that. Mark that off. Mark that off. Mark that off to cut. We still have like, we can still do a couple, more. But I just sort of felt like when I got chode ass off, I was
This is
like,
this is a natural.
we've done our. Well, I can hang my hat.
Yeah, you finally, it's like,
I can hang my hat
take
here.
your, take your
day's work.
podcast hard hat off. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, I can
like, yo,
clock
we
out
ain't-
of the podcast
I'm like, yo, we
factory.
ain't done. He's like, we talking about chode ass? We're not gonna talk that. That's the pinnacle
We
of
can
podcasting
go
for
home.
the day.
Wrap it up.
We hit
You
chode
want us
ass.
to
Yeah.
keep doing
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Do you have one yet?
What, chode ass?
A pod?
Oh.
Yeah. Are you getting a chodas?
I don't have a chode ass
Yeah,
or a
get one
podcast
installed.
yet.
You don't have
I'm
a
afraid,
podcast?
I'm afraid that combination would make me too powerful.
True shit.
Nah, I want to do a podcast. I want to maybe, because we're on the road every weekend. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe just one day each weekend. I don't know how much of a hassle it would be to carry. This looks like
Well, it's a
handful
bunch of
equipment.
shit. But guess what though? If you do it centered around the club, clubs have gear. You should have the club just like set you up with
That's
his little
true.
station, and then you could do it there.
That'd be cool. I think it'd be cool to like do a podcast with my buddies that I travel with.
Who are your buddies that you travel with? Is
Luis Juarez
Luis
and Jesus Castillo. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me first, obviously. Ralph Barbosa 03. But yeah, I think their Instagrams are like Luis Juarez Comic and Jesus Castillo.
Are they both Dallas
Comic.
guys?
They are Dallas guys. They're actually the ones that kind of helped me out at first when I started.
Yeah.
They were like local headliners and stuff, so they're kind of like throw me on shows. But yeah, I don't know. It's been cool just being on the road with them because I want to be like comfortable on the road. The first couple road gigs that I did, there were like the like I went to Canada, I went to like Minnesota, and the guys who were opening the show were like local comics, which is always cool to meet. But then sometimes you meet some people that's kind of like weird, and I don't know. I just want to be comfortable on the road. I don't want to just like meet new people.
It's nice to like have your friends with you on the road.
Way more comfortable.
There are times that the club does zero research, and they're pairing you with people that do not make sense.
I also want to be with people that like I always would meet up and write with these guys.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, we'll keep each other writing and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I thought it'd be cool to maybe start like a podcast with them, or just with anybody, and just have something I can do regularly. But I'm a lazy fuck. I haven't really got to it, and yeah, I don't know. But
when you tell them put that shit in your writer. Be like, look, just send me up with a mic, some mics and a fucking recorder. And just do that shit on your weekends, bro.
Or I'll do it out like in my country house, and then I'll fly you guys out there.
Hey,
Okay, there
true
we
shit.
go. Yeah,
hey, all we need is 2 big seats.
Yeah.
On the Spirit. We straight.
Spirit, hell yeah.
Let's get it.
No, I'm in there, man. Where? How far out is that from Dallas?
It's like it's 50 minutes. 50.
okay. Oh, so you
southeast
can
of
still
Dallas.
go in, you work your new stuff out, and then
yeah.
and then back to the farm.
In 50 minutes in Dallas, you could drive 84 miles an hour. That's the slow lane.
Yeah.
So you're whipping.
There's a 2-lane highway that you take all the way to my house, and you can hit like 120 the whole way and get there like in 20 minutes
I like
That's
this.
hell yeah. Do you do that sometimes?
at night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
baby.
Dallas. That's part of the.
Yeah.
That's in the rules.
Fucking. Do you do?
That's
is
in the
it- Are you a
rules.
Whataburger
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah, I love Whataburger, but not even for their burgers. Chicken strips and gravy.
Oh,
the
okay.
gravy. Okay, so
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was saying the other show, the chicken
Yeah.
sandwich was the best shit I
We're
had.
having actually, full circle. I see the Simpsons tat
Oh yeah.
right there. We've got, I don't know if you know Bill Oakley. Bill Oakley, he's like showrunner on like Bill Oakley, Josh Weinstein, showrunners on like 6 through 8.
I know the
think. Josh Weinstein.
Josh
Yeah,
Weinstein.
they later created Mission Hill, whatever.
Bill
but
Oakley.
yeah, great show, great guys. Bill Oakley, he was just on. We talked Whataburger.
We talked a little Whataburger.
We did talk. He's like kind of a fast food expert, and he's written, I guarantee, like some of your favorite Simpsons probably.
Yeah.
And I mean, he wrote Steamed Hams. Steamed Hams. That was his.
Okay.
That was his bar.
I'm a big fan of John Swartzwelder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, his name is on a lot of the best ones.
Yeah. All hell Swartzwelder, man. And then he wrote like these books. Like I'm reading one right now called The Time Machine Did It. You read his
Oh
books?
no, I haven't.
Oh, his fucking books are hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna sound corny as hell, but they've literally made me laugh out loud. Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
will
That's how I
LOL
feel,
with
that's
books.
how I feel about Simon Rich. Simon
know
Rich is
Simon
very.
Rich.
He created Man Seeking Woman.
Okay.
But he's like the quote unquote humorist.
Okay,
And usually
okay.
when somebody is like a quote unquote humorist, it's like I don't expect to laugh out loud. But Simon Rich is so funny, and he's from sort of that same milieu. But circling back, Bill Oakley, Whataburger. I did want to. What's your item is chicken strips and gravy?
Always, yeah. Some of the
Okay.
burgers there are like decent. Whataburger just really like hurt me, man.
What happened?
They had this burger called the Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Yeah.
Probably the greatest burger I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And it was like a limited time only burger. Like they'd only bring it back seasonal.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like on the menu like all the time. Then it went seasonal or something like that. And then they just stopped bringing it back. And then I looked it up
Rough.
online because then that's how much I love this burger. And then
Yeah.
I found out that in certain states that still had Whataburger or that have Whataburger, they still sell it, but not in Texas. Which I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is your home.
Oh, crazy.
How can you stop giving us your best burger?
Yeah.
This is your
that
home.
That is foul.
But
That
the
is-
chicken
yeah.
strips have never let me down. Chicken strip, fries, and gravy.
Are you a honey butter chicken biscuit guy?
Sometimes, but if I'm gonna go breakfast, I'll typically, I don't know. I want like a real breakfast. I want like the hash browns from like a Denny's or like a IHOP, like
Oh,
or like a
you-
diner,
you-
Waffle
no
House.
fast
Some
food
real-
breakfast.
Not usually. Sometimes I will, but yeah. I love breakfast, man. I love breakfast. I don't care if I'm running late to somewhere. Like I wanna stop somewhere and get breakfast. Or I don't care if it's like maybe sometimes I don't have time to eat in the morning. Just we get going.
Yeah.
If it's like lunchtime and we're gonna eat, like I'm still gonna eat breakfast first.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm
No,
with that,
you
man.
you can't let time shackle you.
Yeah.
You know, you can't let that dictate your life.
Time
It's
is
one-
an illusion.
It's 1 p.m. let my man eat breakfast.
Hell yeah.
Let
Yeah.
my man eat breakfast. Let my man
Give me my oatmeal.
give him his oatmeal. Give him his insulin.
The
Yeah.
BJS breakfast burrito list will be coming out
Yes.
Q4. Stay tuned for that
Yeah,
quarter.
stay
four.
tuned for that.
2014.
Well, dude, this is I feel like it's crazy that we just met today because I feel like we have more of a rapport than I do with some people I've known for years.
but that's not important.
I do wanna promote this.
Yes.
I don't know when this comes out, but
This comes out Monday.
okay, Monday.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
whenever you're listening to it though, Halloween 2023.
Yes.
My Netflix special comes out.
Fuck yes, dude.
And
On Halloween?
on Halloween.
Spooky
That's
hours.
Freaks come out at night.
Is that what's the title?
Cowabunga.
That's great.
Ralph
Okay.
Barbosa, Cowabunga releases Halloween 2023. Please watch
Please watch.
and judge me.
Yes. Damn.
Hey.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm happy
congratulations,
for you.
my man. Yes.
Much love. More life.
Hell yeah.
Ralph Barbosa, thank you for coming on.
I'm out here. I'm going to go find the doctor now.
Yeah. And go Mavs. Kyrie and
thanks for
Luka can
listening.
work,
Bye.
y'all.
Go Mavs.